Here with Brian Baumgartner. You probably know him as Kevin from The Office. Brian, you spent the afternoon here in Reading with the Fightin Phils. How's it going so far?
It's going great. People have been super nice. It's been fun to meet so many fans, and I'm looking forward to the game.
You mentioned meeting all these fans, showing off the air about 6 years now. Can you believe how popular it still is, not just with those fans who were watching it when it was airing, but with the younger fans?
I mean, you know, Rainn Wilson and I were talking a couple weeks ago, and we agreed the show is bigger now than it was when it was getting, 15+ million viewers on NBC on Thursday nights. It's, you know, with Netflix and streaming and so many young fans, college and high school now that weren't watching it when the show started. It's pretty cool.
You mentioned the streaming, the uproar with the whole Netflix news going to NBC Universal, their own streaming service. How did that hit you?
You know, everything changes so fast. You know, a few years ago, nobody knew Netflix, or they only knew Netflix, and now there's Amazon and Hulu and so many streaming. You know, I think, you know, that's the way things are moving. And, you know, I know the show is very, very popular on Netflix, so it makes sense that NBC wants to kind of control it. You know, it's sort of out of our hands, but, you know, who knows? 5 years from now, the NBC streaming service may be bigger than Netflix. You know, I mean, who knows? Not just Netflix, also Comedy Central reruns. My wife and I get sucked in every Monday night. I think it's Thursday nights as well. We're watching hours of The Office. Awesome. Your character, Kevin, I've said it on the air before, my favorite character from just about any sitcom ever. When you finally kind of got that character to where it was, when you were really hitting the ground running and really catching your stride, how did you feel that character kind of evolved, and when did you know you were onto something? Well, I think, you know, when the show started out, we were all sort of figuring it out and taking, you know, the characters that started in the British version. And, you know, Michael Scott, the first year, you know, it became clear, you know, to everybody that if we wanted to run 200 and whatever episodes, you know, Michael got softened and a lot of the characters changed. I think for me, it evolved out of the writers really writing for the character. So my, like, nerdy, weird justification was that Kevin was very, very shy in front of the cameras to start out, and as he became more comfortable, you saw more of his true self come out. Well, his personality, I mean, every time he comes on, he's one of those guys you look at, you just want to laugh, you want to hang out with him, you want to see what he has to say next. What of some of the, exploits, some of Kevin's exploits do you look back on as maybe your fondest memories? Well, I mean, there's a bunch. You know, the basketball episode early on obviously caught people's attention. The fact that, you know, he won a World Series of Poker bracelet. But I think, you know, at this point, what has sort of lived in infamy was the chili scene. That till the day I die, I think will not escape me. One of the few times that Kevin had, like, the entire office to himself was that chili episode. The bobblehead tonight pays tribute to that. How many times did you have to shoot the spilling of the chili? One time. One take. That was all I needed. Yep. They had, you know, obviously it created quite a mess, and they had 3 pieces of carpet, giant, huge pieces of carpet that basically spanned the entire opening. They said, we've got 3 pieces of carpet. You have 3 takes. That's all. I think after the first one, I don't know that I could have gotten clean enough to do it again, but we got it, thankfully, in the first take. You mentioned you were chatting with Rainn Wilson. I mean, you guys look like such a tight-knit cast. Does that continue on to today? Absolutely, yeah. We're all you know, good friends now and keep up and have been able to do little projects here and there together. But more than that, just socially we keep up, and you know, we all love each other. We spend a lot of time together. There is every now and again the buzz of maybe a reunion, whether it's a movie or a show or a run maybe on a streaming service. Is that a realistic option for down the road? I think that some form of the show may creep up again here in the near future, but nothing at this point is confirmed. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Well, let me tell you, my friend, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes. I know you're in here in the batting cage getting ready to get warmed up for your first pitch. Now, I know Stanley, I don't know if you're aware of this, Stanley, he was up at the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Have you ever thrown out a first pitch before, or is this going to be one of your first? You know, I'm a baseball player. I'd like to think that it's going to be really simple, but I was told if I bounce it, I might get booed, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to try to go old school President Bush style and fire it right down the middle. Wind up or stretch? I think the stretch is probably the way we're going to go. Well, good luck out there. Thanks for taking a couple minutes. All right, thanks a lot.
At least least once a year, I like to bring in some of my Kevin's famous chili. The trick is to undercook the onions. Everybody is going to get to know each other in the pot. I'm serious about this stuff. I'm up the night before, pressing garlic and dicing whole tomatoes. I toast my own ancho chilies. It's a recipe passed down from Malone's for generations. It's probably the thing I do best. I just want to lie on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted.
Hey, this came from the Stanford people. Can you take care of it?
Oh, yes, I can. In general, they do not give me much responsibility, but they do let me shred the company documents, and that is really all I need. This thing is so awesome. It will shred anything. Ooh, it will shred a CD. It will shred a credit card. It'll shred, shoot. If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it. If John Mellencamp ever wins an Oscar, I am going to be a very rich dude. Angela's cats are cute. So cute that you just want to eat them. But you can't eat cats. You can't eat cats, Kevin. I thought they'd be good together, like PB&J. Pam, Beasley, and Jim. What a waste. This was epic. My Kleenex shoes were a huge conversation piece, but man, my dogs are barking. My feet were so sweaty, I can't even feel the cold. Nope, it's not Ashton Kutcher. It's Kevin Malone. Equally handsome, equally smart.